Let's sit there. Good morning, I'm in my car. In the car, if you can guess. Good morning. This is a little bit of a surprise. But if I go in the house before doing this, then I'm going to forget. And it's quite an important message. So I'm just going to see if anybody's going to come in. There we go. It's telling me there's nobody watching too. Olivia, good morning. Good morning. Everybody hear me and see me okay? Because I'm on my phone. So I was having a discussion. Hi, Raven Gold. Jane, greetings. Hi, Rachel. Good morning. There are lots of people wandering about here. Parked outside the main road as well. Anyway, so I was speaking to a good friend yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Time doesn't exist, right? And I'm going to make this video before I forget, because it's pretty important. And this is for anyone who is a healer or anyone who receives any kind of healing, okay? So whether you are giving healing or whether you are being open to receive, there should always be a permission given, okay? So whenever anybody asks for my help, I will ask and say, do I have permission? And I need that person to say, I give you permission, okay? And the reason for this is that it's a universal law. And this is so we can't just go about, interfering in other people's human process here, their blueprint, and we're not allowed to interfere. People have free will, so it's always important that we ask for information. Now, are there ways around that? Yes, we can work under the law of grace and we can ask people's higher selves for their highest good, but that healing will only ever be given should it be for their highest good or under the law of grace, right? So what I'm aware of is after every healing that I do, I always cut the connection and close down that session so that I am no longer in connecting to that person, okay? And I always make sure that there's nothing still connecting me to that person, okay? Now this is really important, and the reason it's really important is some people aren't taught this. Okay, this is something that I just kind of learned as opposed to being taught it. But because of the multidimensionality of our existence, okay, because of, we have different parts of ourselves within different dimensions, different flavors, some with, intentions for the all and some with intentions for self. What can happen is if you don't, as a healer, let's speak to the healers first. So as a healer, if you send somebody healing, what you're basically doing is recording that person, okay? Now listen, this is just my belief structure. This is just my truth, okay? It doesn't have to be everybody else's truth, but I'm just sharing this today because it feels very relevant to what's going on at the moment, all right? Good morning, Annie. So for the healers, it's very important that you cut any connection. Now, if you're doing Reiki, you shouldn't be using your own energy anyway. You're just a channel, but it's important to cut that channel and close it down. Because what you're basically doing is sending an energetic cord. You're energetically cording that person, okay? So for Reiki healers, they get tired after they have given any kind of healing, for anybody that's given any kind of healing and you're getting tired or you're getting drained, you're going to have a million cords because you haven't been disconnecting your energy from healing people. And that works both ways. So whenever there is an exchange of energy, when it comes to, healing and the giving and the taking of energy, whether you're a channel or not, you're cording that person. Okay. So if you don't close that down, that's why you're tired. Nobody should get tired from healing anyone. I've heard people say, I can only do 2 clients a day because I'm just exhausted. What you're also doing is you're leaving yourself very open and vulnerable to, because you haven't closed and sealed your energy field, and you haven't closed and sealed that client's energy field. So you're leaving them open and vulnerable. It's not good practice. Okay? For anyone out there who opens themselves up to any kind of healing, okay, this could be Reiki, this could be group meditations, this could be spiritual healing, this could be any kind of activations, anything that anybody is sending you anything energetically, okay? And that includes YouTube videos, includes people in video, includes distance stuff. If you're opening your field, I don't know what that means. Xeris Arlen VR Raw Tech. You're not taking away your permission after it. If you're not closing down, if you're saying, okay, I no longer give my permission to this person, after you've opened up to that, that person can enter your energy field, or their multidimensionality can enter your energy field because you've given permission. And this is something that we need to get much better at as a collective, particularly in these times, because we all know what's going on. All right. And energy can be siphoned from you. This is a reality. Okay. It's not particularly the happiest, nicest reality. But it's a reality. Okay. So it's very important that if you open up to anything, you then take back that permission. Does anybody have any questions about that? Just a very, very quick live this morning because it just felt so important. Particularly when people are awakening. So we've had a lot of waves of the awakened coming in, okay? 2020, 2021. We do a huge wave, millions of people awakening over Christmas and New Year this year, okay? The end of last year into this year. And it's really important that, as people that are either awakening or helping the awakened, that we are passing on information that is relevant, and that we are protecting each other and our community. Because there is so much infiltration within this community, okay, the spiritual community. You have healers who don't know how to look after their energy. You have healers who don't, I spoke to a Reiki master and they weren't told how to clear their energy, ground their energy, protect their energy. So the amount of infiltration is like crazy, okay? So if I was going to anybody for healing, first of all, I would be asking, how do you look after your own energy? And if somebody gets touchy about that, then it's because they don't. And it's not to judge them, they maybe don't know how. But there's this wave of, so many people are So many people are wanting to help people, right? And I understand that. But what happens is if infiltration comes in and the 3D vessel might not even be aware of it, okay? But their multidimensionality could be taking advantage of the situation. So this is why, sometimes I catch things on, on YouTube and I'm like, whoa, like I recoil. And it's not through judgment. It's because I'm aware of the multidimensionality behind the 3D vessel. And a lot of people aren't even aware of what's running them. And that is like an 80% perhaps majority of the spiritual community. And that includes people that are healing. So if you are a healer and you want to, be the best healer that you can, energy must be cleared and grounded. Have I got any mods in this channel? There's some strange stuff coming up here. And it's because of what I'm talking about, right? Give me a little second till I sort this out. Like somebody removed the other one. Hold on. Sorry, I was just making sure they were removed, right? Let me see any questions. And that includes from me, guys, right? I mean everybody. I'm not exclusive to this conversation, but I look after my energy, after every client, okay? In the morning, after every client, before I go to sleep at night. Like, this is my job here. So what if you don't know the person but want to send healing? Can you ask the universe of God? So I said that, Gaia Goddess, we shouldn't be infringing on anybody's free will, but we can send things under the law of grace, which means if it is under grace, if it is for their highest good, then it will go to them, okay? But you need to state that. But again, you always need to cut away from it. You can also state, Gaia Goddess, as well, that you can send this under the law of grace, but if they don't choose to receive it, for it to go to where it's needed, if you're sending healing. If a healer isn't clear and protecting their energy, how do you know it's pure? Well, that's exactly it, Annie. So there's nothing wrong if in any healing session that you're getting from somebody saying, listen, can you let me know, how do you look after your energy? What do you do before a session to get ready? Do you do anything after the session? Is there anything I should be doing? I'm never going to be offended by anybody that asks me questions about my work. And if somebody is offended, then it's probably because they've got something attached to them because they don't look after them. Because they don't look after them. How can you be certain the cords are being cut correctly? Intention is everything, Terry. So you either give permission or you don't. You're very welcome. Okay, so that is my chat for today. But this goes for anything, okay? And please be very wary of... You don't have to be wary. Right, let me just try and word this. You can set the intention with your highest self that healing can only be given to you under permission or under the law of grace if it's needed. And if anybody on here just now is getting periods during the day where they're feeling drained, or if they're healers that are feeling drained, or there is some point during the day where your energy is being taken from you, I strongly suggest that you do some cord cutting service. You work with a violet flame and you remove anything from your field that doesn't belong there. And revoke any permissions that you've given any healer. Okay. I get into trouble. People have stopped speaking to me because they think I badmouth Reiki. I don't badmouth Reiki, okay? It's just that sometimes it can be infiltrated if people aren't taught properly. And if anybody's been going to a Reiki practitioner or a Reiki master that hasn't been told and doesn't know how to look after their energy, they can have so many things attached to them that can jump from person to person, jump from client to client, and it's like a big, feeding frenzy. So please, yes, healers can help us. However, we really need to help ourselves, okay? And if we're going to somebody, I remember having somebody say to me, "I've been going to my crystal healer every month for 10 years," and I'm like, "What are they healing?" In my opinion, a good healer is someone who is helping show you what you need to heal and giving you tools to be able to do it yourself, not to be dependent on them. Okay, and certainly somebody who is going to maintain and look after their energy, because bearing in mind they're then going into your energy field and then you're completely vulnerable to whatever's attached to them. Okay, so hello, Miss Pen Pen. Good morning. You're welcome, Terry. Let's see. Oh, this phone's a little bit annoying. Hold on. Yes, you see. You see. So it's a bit like STDs, just in a different kind of form, Jean. Yes, it is. So, put on your spiritual condom and make sure there's consent. Make sure it's consensual, and remove your consent when needed. So, as I say, if you're feeling anything, if you've had a healing from anybody, this could be years ago, right? And, you weren't aware of this, or if you're a healer, this isn't about shaming anybody or putting anybody down or any judgment. It's about awareness, okay? How to get rid of their entities, well, that's something that I can't teach. That is something that I just spiritually transmitted diseases. Yes. That is something that I was taught by my dragon family, and I've got a very specific way of removing entities and attachments and things. That isn't anything that I can give information on. What I am saying is, if you're going to healer, to ask them these questions, and make sure that you're giving you're giving consent, but also removing it at the end of the healing session, because it doesn't matter, who I've worked with or when I've worked with them. I always ask for permission every single time. And I have a few people that, I would go to for healing that I know manage their energy. And again, exactly the same. It's no different for anybody. Okay, so during the stage while people are awakening and we're trying to heal, and hi Carol, and we're becoming aware of energies, and we're becoming aware of behind the veil, and we're really starting to take control back of our power and our knowledge and our, this is fundamental basic stuff. And, if we can get, the more people we can get with a clear energy field that know how to look after their energy and maintain it, and, can get their vibration up, the quicker we get out of this. All right. So let's not be spreading any spiritually transmitted STDs. Let's be getting spiritual consent and removing spiritual consent as needed. As and when needed. And if you're feeling anything just now, that is, you're getting tired, you're getting drained at certain points, or, go clear your energy. And if you feel that you have any kind of attachments, there are people that specialize in that field. I certainly wouldn't be playing about with it unless I was confident in how to do it. It's very important that we get yes, spiritually transmitted distortions, Jean. Love it. There are people out there. Hey, Emma Hughes. There are people out there who specialize in this, okay? But again, ask them how they look after their energy, because, you certainly don't want somebody that's removing these kind of beings or, funky energy if they don't look after their own energy fields, okay? That is just like 1,000,000%. So, you're not gonna go to Gaia, I can't. So Gaia Goddess says, I was told to call on Yeshua and he will come destroy the entity. Hi, Harms, you'll get what I'm talking about in this. I can't comment on that, Gaia Goddess, because it's not what I do. I can't comment on anything out with my experience or out with my truth. That's not to say that isn't your truth. It's just that for me to comment on that when I haven't experienced it would be wrong. But certainly, yes, destroy. Do you see what I mean? So when entities are removed, I have a way of I seen a William Wilson van there drive by, and that was my granddad's name. And whenever there's a William Wilson van coming by, it's always my sign that it's going to be a good day or that I'm doing something right. Okay, it's like a little tap on the shoulder. Yeah, so I don't destroy entities. Like, who am I to destroy an entity? They go away for judgment. It's not up to me to judge or destroy, or Mrs. Pen, we hold the power within to destroy any entity. Yeah, again, I'm not going to go into a chat about entities because it is such a wide varying subject, and not one that I would really have the conversation with about in here. If I'm honest, I might chat about it on Patreon or something. Okay, so you mean a negative energy? Yeah. I mean, I learn more and more. I've been doing this work for 5 years now. Working with, shadow entities, attachments, that kind of thing. And I'm still learning. Like, every day I learn. I'm learning more that, we actually contract with these entities as well. Like, it's so convoluted, and it's so multidimensional, and it's so huge that I'm not even going to get into the conversation about it here, right? But there are people that specializes in this. Okay. Well, Carol, I do know how. It's what I do for a living. Like, it's what, Carol, it's what I do. Like, for 5 years, it's what I've been doing. But, it's not work that everybody needs to do. It's my special gift, I suppose. It's part of my, it's part of my job here, but it's not everybody's job. Do you know what I mean? So there are people that specialize in this thing. Anyway, that entities wasn't really a conversation that I want to have. I'm just saying, look after your energy. If you're opening yourself up to healing, if anybody's giving you healing, please make sure that you're closing yourself down, that you are revoking your permission, and look after yourself. Okay? Look after yourself. Pete for Wolf. Only love is the answer. Also, well, we are all one, and that's the thing, like we are them. It's not like we're anything separate from them. So anyway, I'm not going into an entity conversation. This is about looking after your energy so you don't have to worry about any of that. Okay. That's what it's all about. And I don't know what these weird, just like report. There we go. So anyway, look after your energy. Okay. It's the most, in my experience, is the one thing. Your energy is the one thing that if you guard, look after, ground, clear, take your power back, it's the one thing that will completely stand you in good stead for whatever is happening in the world. Okay. So anyway, take this, leave this, do what you want with it. It's just a conversation I had yesterday that felt very important to share. So, you take what resonates, you leave the rest. And, if you think this is a heap of rubbish and I'm talking rubbish, then it's a heap of rubbish and I'm talking rubbish. It's just one of them things that I feel that it was important to share. But, it doesn't have to be important to you. So, I love you too, Emma. So, I'm going to go. Got a lot to do today. I love you all. You're awesome. I'm going to get cracking. Look after your energy, okay? Just look after you. Look after your energy. It is one of the most important things that you will ever do within this existence. And Pete Verwolf, you were talking about love, like... when you do that, it is like a gift to yourself. If you love yourself enough to maintain that energy field, transformations happen. They really do. Gonna go. I'm away to write my 21-day manifesting course today, which is starting on Patreon on the 11th. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. And I send you all love. Have the most beautiful of days. And if you're getting drained at all, anything energetically, go and rescind, remove any cords, rescind any permission that you've given to anybody, and take your power back, guys. Okay, this is what we're here for. I love you.